Greetings to all. It is me, Pastor Cornelius A. Hill, and I am excited to be with you on today's platform. You know, it's Capricares, and every Tuesday here in YouTube, we do a special teaching or provide more instruction. So I'm grateful to do that with you today. Hey, I'm not going to belabor the time. If I was in church, I would say, with the elevation of your right hand, but I'm not. I'm here with you. Let's have a great day today. Good morning. It's Capri Cares. Know that I care that I know. This is our daily motivation and inspiration for our mental health ministry here at the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church. It's Capri Cares. Know that I care. All right, folks, let's think about what we're thinking about. Somebody tell me what you are thinking about. We have already discovered and discussed 4 ways of thinking. The first was strategic. The second was realistic. The third, of course, was creative. And now today, the fourth is focused thinking. You and I, ma'am and sir, have to focus our thinking. If we're going to take our mental health seriously, we have to have focused thinking. And I'm grateful today that I'm learning from John Maxwell himself, and I'll put the book up here. Boom. How Successful People Think. Make sure you, ma'am and sir, are getting that book and digesting its contents. Nothing like it. Now, yesterday, someone asked the question, and I will post the question that they asked, and we will get into this lesson today. I promise you. And we will get out your way. This was the question that was asked on yesterday. Let me add this to the screen. How does your pain satisfy your need? And I will post the question that they asked, and we will get into. How does your pain satisfy your need? Now let's be instructional. Let's really get in this particular passage and be instructional. How does your pain satisfy your need? That woman is in excruciating pain. If I was to ask you to do an ABC brainstorm on this particular lady and the things that she is doing and has done and experiencing, I would ask you to develop what words come to mind when you look at this picture. Yes. What words? I mean, how does your pain satisfy your need? That was Shirley Moore's question. She said, we were able to tweak it a little bit. She came back and made it more open-ended. So now let's look at how does our pain satisfy our need? How does that happen? I mean, come on, people. It can happen. It will happen. Sometimes pain does satisfy our need for us. I pray that you and I, ma'am and sir, don't get in a situation where we feel like the pains that we do have to be satisfied by a need that is unmet or wanted. There's a need unmet and or not wanted. So how does my pain satisfy my need? I want you to answer that question. And then when we go back here, we know what is pain. Pain is problems. And then I had covered up this word just for an instructional modality. Our pain, PE. Our pain, what was the word that's being covered up? Because oftentimes when you look at your pain, it's being covered up by something. So that's intentional. What word is behind the picture? And what words are behind your pain? What words are behind your pain? Good morning, Joanne Fluker. Good morning. I will go back. Good morning. Let me go back and do this. How does your pain satisfy your need? How does your pain satisfy your need? Boom. Uh, we need to answer those questions. And then we will close out, of course, where what are we going to stop doing after this lesson? Yes, what are we going to be cautious about doing after this lesson? And what are we going to start doing, begin to do after this lesson? Good morning, Nakia. So that's our closure activity. I got to answer this question. How does your pain satisfy your need? Everybody needs to answer that question. Going back here, sometimes our pain covers up what? What does our pain cover up? So now we have two questions. Good morning, Shirley Moore. And that is covered up. That's an intentional thing. So let's get ready to rock and rumble, y'all. I'm telling you, we got to start with, let me just say this, pain can be a starting place. Yes, it can. It can be a starting place, Nikki. One of the things I've learned is that I have to stop. I'm going to use the closure activity, Shirley, throughout the whole lesson. I have to stop ignoring my pain. Yeah. If I really want to heal, if I want to be a focused thinker, if I want my mental health to really flourish, I have to stop ignoring my pain. I have to notice my pain. And this is the acrostic. I have to notice my pain. Yes, my pain needs to be noticed. Because why, Nakia? My pain incites things and my pain has intent. My pain, I misspelled aggravates. I apologize. My pain aggravates and my pain draws attention to it. And my pain brings with it problems. So, listen, my pain, Shirley, so my pain can be an indicator. That's good, Shirley. That's a good I. Nakia, give me another I word. And then, of course, for the sake of alliteration and the sake of vocal fluidity, you are now ready to just jump and move forward in instruction because your pain incites, your pain has intention, your pain is an indicator. I don't ever want to get to a place where I'm ignoring my pain. My pain cannot be ignored. Emotional pain, mental pain, it cannot be ignored. It cannot be ignored. So don't ignore your pain today. Please don't ignore your pain. Yes. And I have, my pain persists. My pain can be very persistent. So where do we, as believers, where do we fall? Where does we fall? Yes. Where do we fall? Yes. Where do you fall? Where's the threshold? Where's the threshold? Like, where do you fall? What stops you from moving forward? What prevents you from healing? What? Like, you have to identify that. That needs to be identified. Is it is it our lack of focus? Is it our lack of not being strategic? Is it our lack of not being realistic? Is it our lack of not being creative? Remember, we've discussed and discovered 4 ways to think. We've discussed and discovered 4 ways to think. And if we're not thinking the way we need to think, it's going to be difficult for us to move and heal in the way that we need to move and heal in. Thank you, Nakia. Yes, our pain does. Our pain does some things. Yes, it ignites. So now you have some instruction around how you want to express what needs to be expressed as it relates to your pain. And I'm getting some things situated for someone else in a different apparatus. But I need to understand, y'all, my pain. Yes, my pain, my pain, my pain, my pain, my pain. So I'm going back to this question. How does your pain satisfy a need? How does your pain satisfy a need? How does it do it? How does it do it? How does it do it? How does your pain satisfy a need? Number one, I take cues from my pain. I do. I take cues from my pain. Number two, I build community from my pain. There is some form of confirmation with my pain. And Leah, being biblical, was reminded by her pain. Yeah. She developed a mental clutter behind her pain. Yeah, she couldn't think with clarity because she was in such bondage. And sometimes as believers, we can be in mental clarity behind our pain. Yes, we can be in mental clarity behind our pain. So that clarity that we need to make sure that we're clear on, sometimes because we are not clear, that pain will always persist. That pain will ignite. That pain will be uh, forceful. And for us to heal, we have to be realistic. We have to think strategically. We also have to think creatively. And then we have to have focus time. Like we have to focus on our healing. Isn't it interesting when we get sick? One of the things we focus on is being well. We focus on getting well. We do. Shirley Moore comes back and said, my Band-Aid may aid my, woo. That's good, Shirley. My Band-Aid may aid, but it's not the cure. And sometimes it doesn't, it just stops the bleeding, but it does not really play a major role as you think in your healing. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, you know. And that's what you and I need to make sure that we are doing. Don't put in, we're not, and we cannot get so asphyxiated, Joanne, on putting bandages on wounds that need more attention. At some point in your life, Nakia, it's more than a bandage. And I'll say this, we thank God for the bandages, but don't allow your bandages to become your bondage. Make sure that healing is taking place beyond just the bandage. I'll say that. And that's what happens when we get wrapped up in just bandages. We start taking cues from our pain. We start building community around pain. Every friendship and every relationship in our life comes from a place of pain. Then we start communicating from that place of pain. And then there's some form of confirmation with that pain. Don't let the cover up, Shirley. Don't let the cover up be a cover up. Don't let the cover up be a cover up. I mean, when you go study the biblical text and you see the people who were in lots and lots of pain, like these people needed lots and lots of therapy. If you ask me, they needed ministry. They needed a lot. They had to address a lot. And I'm finally figuring it out that when you are in pain and you just cover it up and mascara it, you actually make the problem persist. The problem becomes a bigger problem because you're not identifying your pain. Nakia says sometimes if it's not healed, ooh, until it's uncovered. Yes, Nakia, it's not healed until it's uncovered. And the exposure of your injury, can I say that? Or the exposure of a damaged place can be something that we don't want to look at. Sometimes just being exposed to that place it's ugly. It's awful. As grandmama said, it's god awful. Like uncovering that scar, uncovering that scrape, uncovering that scab. Sometimes even uncovering it when it's healing, it doesn't look like you want it to. I've had enough scars and scrapes on my body to understand, even when it's covered and healing, the healing process is not cute. And somebody, good morning, Chandrea, somebody in here today needs to understand that the healing process sometimes is not cute. And even when it's covered and it's healing, it's not desirable to look at. Therefore, when I'm injured and I'm emotionally scarred and mentally damaged, I'm not good to look at. And it's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to say, I'm healing. And in the throes of life, when you are healing, it's best you protect the way you heal. So go in here, voila. What are you going to stop doing? What are you going to be cautious about doing? And what are you going to begin doing after this lesson? I'll tell you one of the things I'm going to stop doing. Excuse me. I'm going to stop jumping back into the game of life when I know I'm not healed. I got to stop doing that. That's what I'm going to stop doing. I'm going to be very cautious about who I show my healing to. I said my healing. I'm going to be very cautious because everyone can't appreciate your number one, Nikki. They don't appreciate your scar. They don't appreciate the surgical process that you went through. They don't appreciate your suffering, your scar, your surgical process, your suffering. And they don't appreciate how much strength it takes for you to be damaged and bandaged and get up every day. So I'm going to be cautious about who I share my healing with. And then thirdly, good morning. Thirdly, I'm going to make sure my bandage doesn't become my bondage. Go back. What am I going to start doing? My bandage is not my bondage. Because people can look at your bandage and begin to size you up by your bandages, not knowing that they will make your bandages your bondages. My bandages are not going to be my bondages. I'm going to be cautious about the individuals who don't understand the scar, the surgery, the suffering, and the strength that it takes to heal. And then I'm going to stop showing my healing to people. They, especially those individuals that do not appreciate that. They can't. So that's what I'm going to do today. All right. Transitioning today, 1:00. I need y'all to meet me 7:60 a.m. The Gospel. Great interview. I cannot wait. Everybody meet me 7:60 a.m. The Gospel. Turn on your radio. I'll probably do some live streaming. We have a special guest on the Yak, the Yolanda and Cornelius show. Until next week, know this: I care and I know. Yes, we heal from the inside out. Do me a favor, share the video with some people. These people need this information. And again, we'll go here and we'll work our way backwards because people need to know, how does your pain satisfy your need? What is your pain? Yes. There's power in pain. Let's see. Comments. We heal from the inside out. We do. And I'm grateful for the healing. Grateful for the healing. I'm grateful. Nakia, you didn't tell me what you were going to do. Shirley, Chandrea, Joanne was on. Don, what are you going to do? Let's go back. Let's go back here because I want you. All right. Nakia, what are you going to do? What are you going to stop doing as it relates to this lesson? What are you going to be cautious about doing? So, Nakia, we've developed our eyes. We have some S points and some I's. You good, Nakia? That's what's up. You can go back and put in the chat later. All right, y'all. Let me do this. I'm getting off of here. See y'all in a few. Know that I care, and guess what? Care that I know. Thank you for tuning in to Capricares. Always know this. We care, and we know. Know that I care.